Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3.
Is that a normal voice?
Yeah.
Is that testing 1 2?
Well,
I mean, I started loud,
strong, but
testing.
No. So you don't want to do that.
Mic test 1 2 1
if anything, we're gonna get quieter.
1 1 2 1
So
1
we
2
should
2. Mic
A
test
1 1
1
2
2
a 1
1
1
1
2
underneath
a
all
1
that.
1 2
This
a
is
1
good
1
This is
2
probably what we're
1
gonna
1
devolve
2 a
to
1 1 2.
later on. So if this is good. Exactly. Precisely.
I'm touching myself tonight.
You look like an avocado had sex with an older
avocado. Thank you.
We are recording.
Right.
I immediately cleared my throat. Like, let's go. Gentlemen, 3, 2, 1. Bark. I didn't say rough. I just said bark. Yeah.
Okay.
The blue lines right now are really large. It's really just like blue.
I'm really large.
I'm also.
Woo! We're starting off strong. I put mine in the middle.
This is all like pre-intro shit too.
Yeah. Woo!
Okay.
Sexual innuendos.
That's what the episode's called. It's called sexual innuendo.
Could we just cut it there? Is that a
Yeah,
good
I think
episode?
that's-
Yeah, I hope you guys enjoy.
5, 4, 3.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the first ever second episode of the 3 Ps in a Podcast. My name is Stracco. I'm joined with Liam.
Duke.
I meant to let you say your name,
But you didn't. So that's the
I did it.
Liam has recently been rendered mute, so
I will be speaking for him.
Yes.
My God, Colin has got a big old penis.
Wow.
That's a really good impersonation.
That's why I said wow, because like wow, that was
That
great.
was spot on.
You know, I've been practicing.
Have you?
Yeah.
I'm so impressed right now.
Wow. It's because when I sit there in my room alone talking to myself,
oh right, yeah.
I don't want to seem like I'm alone. Well, yeah, while I'm masturbating, I don't want to feel like I'm alone. So I will pretend that you guys are there, and I just do the voices for you.
Are we helping you?
Yes.
Like masturbate?
I didn't want to say it out loud, but yeah.
Yeah.
We're talking you through it.
Pretty much.
But you're talking you through it with
Yes.
us.
That's very interesting. It's very interesting.
Hey.
Now we're looking deep into the psyche of Colin Truck. Let's continue.
So Lucas has a question.
I do have
that
a
he
question.
thought would be a good podcast.
I mean, it's not the greatest, but I kind of thought of it when I was driving to Rockford. I thought it was kind of interesting.
Celery.
Because we were talking... Yes, celery.
That's the answer
Well,
to the
we were
question.
talking about Jared Leto as a Joker. And I was like... I was thinking, I almost asked about, like, I should say this with the podcast later. If you were a Batman villain, which Batman villain do you think you would be?
I'd be the Penguin. just.
That's kind of throwing yourself under the bus a little
just
bit, don't you think?
cuz.
Yeah, exactly. That's just,
Just
the
'cause
first.
you're the
That's just the
Penguin?
first villain that I could think of.
Huh.
Come on, Batman.
So you're Danny DeVito.
Yeah, exactly.
You're
I'd be
Danny
like, I'd be a
DeVito.
ridiculous penguin, like cartoonishly.
I almost said quack, but that's a duck.
Quack, quack, quack.
No, no.
I would be a French duck. I'm quack, quack.
Le quack.
quack.
Kurt's the dog.
No, I would like to.
Does that have that umbrella? You know?
Yeah, you're the Penguin. You have all his like gadgets and stuff.
I think that's one gadget, right? The umbrella. That's.
I
Like,
think it's like his main thing.
No,
He just
that's
has an
all of the
umbrella.
gadgets.
yeah, that is the gadget.
He just has different
It
things.
doesn't actually do anything. It's just
You're
a regular
Inspector
umbrella.
Gadget?
No, I just have an
Inspector
umbrella.
Go Gadget.
Actually, I just realized I just wanted to be a guy with an umbrella that fights Batman.
You're the
Do you
Penguin,
fight him
so-
with it? Like, is that a strong
No,
umbrella?
it's just
or is-
it's just a regular
ass umbrella.
Yeah, like just to keep me safe from the rain. Be like, come on, Batman. That's all I need.
And he's like, I gotta avoid that umbrella. It must be special if he's fighting me with it.
If he touched it, if he grabbed onto it with wearing his suit, it would just
It would
break.
probably break.
You're
Yeah.
not the umbrella Gotham deserves.
I'm the umbrella Gotham
Needs right now.
needs right now.
Deserves.
Colin, who do you think you would be?
Umbrella Man. To answer your question,
AKA Penguin.
I don't know that many. I know the Joker. I know the Riddler. I know
Two-Face, Scarecrow,
Two-Face,
Bane.
Scarecrow, and Bane, and that's pretty much it.
Poison Ivy,
The main ones. You could be
Harley
Poison Ivy,
Quinn.
Harley Quinn,
Harley Quinn is
Jared
Hugo
Leto.
Strange, Jared Leto, Ben Affleck.
Oh, I get to be the
Vito.
actor?
You,
Oh,
yeah,
so
I
I
guess
just
you
wanna
could be like any
the
incarnation.
Iceman. Isn't that what he's called?
Mr. Freeze.
Oh,
Mr.
yeah,
the
Mr.
Iceman.
Mr. Freeze.
Pardon
because
me.
That was the first Batman I ever
I
experienced.
think that was
ever.
also the first Batman.
Because my dad was watching it one
That's
day.
one of the first ones I
was
remember.
like, hey, the fuck is this, Dad?
Sometimes-
I didn't say it like that because I
You
was
were
a
a
little kid.
child.
Sometimes the really old ones are on IFC, like the ones with Adam
Dude,
West.
I love those so much. I
Don't
watch
do
them
drugs,
all the
kids.
time.
Stay in school and keep on the basketball team.
They just like
that's what it was. The Joker's like, I'm trying to get this kid's textbooks.
Yeah.
yeah.
Then he's like, oh no, they can't learn anymore.
There was one episode I saw, like, him and Robin are playing chess. And then, like, they get, like, a call, and, like, Alfred's like, hello? Hey, Batman, like, the phone's for you. It's like, okay, makes sense, I guess.
We just hang out in costume.
Yeah. And then, like, he's like, then they're leaving, like, and their one maid is like, oh, where are you going? He's like, oh, me and Dick have a tennis match to get to. That's odd, but it makes sense, I guess.
Dick Clark.
I have also, I think my favorite Batman, I hesitate to call it a movie, but I'm going to go ahead and call it a scene, was, I don't remember the actor who plays Batman or the actor who plays Robin, but I remember the actress who plays Catwoman was the porn star Tori Black, and it was a porno scene, and I fucking loved it.
I would consider that a feature film.
I don't think it's that long.
Immediately just went right back to
I know exactly what you're talking about, though.
Do you?
I know exactly what you're talking about.
I know.
I'm not ashamed by that.
I'm
not ashamed. You should be ashamed.
I know that at the end of it. I should. At the end of it, she's covered in their produce.
In their Batman.
In their Batman.
Huh.
And she says, "You wouldn't want the cops to find me covered in bat cum, would you, Batman?" And I don't remember what happens after that.
I know exactly what he's talking about.
What happens after that is you exit the video and
you're right, because I'm done.
But are you done?
Are you ever
Speaking
really done?
Of being done in porn, have you guys ever heard of Better Fap?
Better Fat?
Better Fap.
Better, like BETTER.
I thought like Better Fat was gonna be like a BBW site.
No,
like
Better.
They're better.
Jesus,
They're better.
It is a website.
Better Fat.
It is a website that you log onto, and then you allow it to send you cookies and track your
like the eating cookies.
No, like computer cookies, and
they eat them. The computers do.
It tracks your searches on certain websites, all porn sites, and so then it will then see what you search and recommend you things that it think you will like.
That's nice. If you're a heavy porn watcher.
Wow.
If you're really heavy, and you're like not ashamed of it.
Are you not a heavy porn watcher?
I wouldn't say heavy. I'd say moderately heavy.
You still said heavy.
Like
I wouldn't say heavy.
I wouldn't say heavy.
I just say heavy and then.
But
moderately heavy.
It's still
like,
you still said heavy though.
Yeah,
not every day of the week, but you know,
on an every other day basis.
Just like 6 times one day, and then I wait 6 days, and then one time that.
It's like
still
workout routine,
seven sessions. No, because you just do all of them in one day. You're pre-scheduled.
Actually, it's 6 times every day, 7 days a week
until I'm dead.
Until I die.
That's I mean, I guess if you get to that moderately heavy.
Until both my hands and other things are red.
And sore. And blistering.
This went way downhill.
Yeah. Wow.
When doesn't it
Way
go
Sometimes
downhill?
we just down the gutter.
You know, I mean, what?
So, Mr. Freeze.
Mr. Freeze, yeah.
That's who you picked?
Yeah.
Mr. Freeze.
Coming full circle. Back to...
Is it me now?
Yeah.
I'd like to think I'd be like Two-Face.
Why?
Two-Face. I don't know.
Just because you like him?
I think. I mean, maybe I'm
like
schizophrenic
the Dark Knight Two-Face, or...
Oh, no.
What is the other Two-Face? What other Two-Face?
There's like Arkham Asylum City
There's
Two-Face.
this game, and then there's the cartoon one.
Are there no more movie Toothfaces?
I don't think
Just
so.
No, Tommy Lee Jones. With Val Kilmer, that one.
Oh, yeah.
When he's like, with Jim Carrey's the Riddler.
Oh, yeah.
Which is so great.
I wish Jim Carrey wasn't crazy. Or not really crazy, but like depressed.
Weird.
I wish
he's like,
in
doesn't
more
he have
shit.
a really big thing with depression?
I want him to keep making Jim Carrey stuff.
I just want more Ace Ventura movies.
I just want more Yes Man.
I would love another
Yes
Ace
Man
Ventura.
2 would be the worst movie anyone's ever seen, but I'd go watch it.
Have you seen Hot Tub Time Machine 2?
Fucking terrible.
Holy.
Actually, I
You know
haven't
what?
seen it.
I haven't seen it.
I've seen the first one. And I thought I kind of liked it. It was okay, but the second one was like, holy fuck, what were they thinking?
I hate
like
I didn't
everything
like the first
about it
one.
was so terrible. Like I love Rob Corddry, the bald one, and I think he's hilarious. But like his timing was so terrible.
I feel like
and like
a lot
everything
of
about it.
that movie was really popular, or at least it seemed like it was when it first came out. Like with my parents.
Hot Tub Time Machine?
Yeah, I mean my
I
dad.
don't know why I
anyway.
like that thing. Like,
And
2010.
I feel like a lot of people have a much lower standard for comedy, and I'm just like, this isn't funny,
I
you
don't
guys.
know.
These are just a bunch of like, this just isn't funny.
It was just like inappropriate jokes that just weren't that funny. Like
Yeah.
most times I think they're hilarious, but it's like it's just. I guess like it
That
caters to like a
Look,
lower.
what I'm trying to say is Hot Tub Time Machine was a shitty movie
I mean, you didn't...
for shitty people.
We needed to dance around it. Wow. For shitty people.
Yeah.
That's when...
What I'm trying to say is my dad's sense of humor
What?
sucks.
What I'm trying to say is...
Along with the rest of them.
I just pushed my glasses up.
I saw that.
Like I'm smarter than you. Like what I'm trying to say is
He's pretentious.
Yeah, exactly.
He was a pretentious
Exactly.
He
asshole.
really is.
You guys were saying the Hot Tub Time Machine. I was like, what I'm trying to say is Hot Tub Time Machine is just too low class for me. I need something more. I need
pretentious.
That's what you
What
two.
do you
That's
consider high-class
I'm
comedy?
saying that's what you two are.
What do you
saying.
consider high-class comedy then?
I'm just trying to be the third voice here.
Pretentious?
No,
I'm
you guys
just
are being
fucking with
pretentious.
I don't think I'm being pretentious.
I think
I'm not
it's
saying
shitty
anyone's
comedy.
being pretentious. I'm just.
You're the one throwing labels around me.
You're right. I am. I'm sorry. But
That's not true because we immediately jumped in and called him pretentious.
What do you got? Even though I'm just talking about you guys.
Maybe we're all just really.
What do you think is a good? What do you think is better objectively than Hot Tub Time Machine?
Everything by Bill Burr.
Yeah, like I don't know if there's like a high class comedy. I guess like
Bill Burr.
Bilbo Burr.
Bilbo Burr.
Bilbo Burnham.
Bilbo Burnham.
Bilbo Burnham.
I don't think he exists.
Do you guys
Burnham.
remember Bill? We went to school with him.
Yeah.
He was a senior when we were freshmen.
No,
Yeah.
I remember Bill in like second grade.
I remember both Bills.
You remember him?
Like Bill.
Long hair.
Yeah,
beard. He was in our.
Looks like a
Bill.
Vietnam veteran.
Yeah. When I first met him, I was in, I don't know, 6th, 7th grade, and the people that I met him with called him Bilbo Faggins, and I thought that was fucking hilarious.
It's very mean, but it's also
not.
funny.
Not only is it not that funny, it's also really mean.
But that's why it's
Bilbo
so funny to
Baggins.
us, because that's good humor.
That's
Degrading
high-class comedy.
someone.
Degrading someone. That's how you get laughs. Anyway. Yeah, you just gotta degrade people in life, I guess. That's how
Onto
you
the
get to the top.
Jews.
You ever seen any Dan Latosh stand up ever? That's all he does. He's just like
I think to me all comedians are professional assholes.
I
They get paid to be an
I
asshole.
like Tasha's stand up, but I don't like it. I don't like the show.
I used to like the show. I don't like it anymore.
I used to watch the show just because it was dinner time.
I've never
That's
really
what was
watched it.
on.
I like talk shows though. I'm really excited for Stephen Colbert to do late night.
I
Whatever
like
it's called late night with David Letterman.
see, it's cerebral. The comedy's just getting smarter as we go.
I think I kind of like smart comedy, but I also like really really stupid comedy, like Horrible Bosses. I guess that's not stupid. It's just kind of like that vulgar.
There's
Just
a lot
kind
of
of
like movie references in there. Like that's pretty.
Horrible Bosses.
Yeah, it's not
Have you
just,
seen the second
It's not
one?
just them like farting on each other. You know, like let's try and go get
It's
laid.
basically what Hot Tub Time was. It's just like,
Like Grown Ups 2, like the Bird Snart.
oh my god.
Did you guys see Grown Ups 2?
No,
Good.
because I knew it'd be such shit.
Yeah, you know what I just...
No, I can't say that I haven't seen Grown Ups 2 because I watched. I can't. I was
What's
going.
wrong with you?
I was falling in and out of consciousness. I didn't put it on.
You know,
but
I was in a bad spot in my life, and
Fuck,
Grown
I
Ups
was
2
just going through like a dip.
I wasn't trying to watch Grown
Hot
Ups
Tub Time
2.
Machine 3.
I wasn't trying to
The
watch
Return
Grown
of
Ups
the
2.
Grown Ups.
My little stepbrother fucking loved the first one, and so he got the second one on DVD. And I was drifting in and out of consciousness while he was watching it, and I saw a couple of. There was a deer right at the beginning,
Like pisses all over Adam Sandler.
something like that.
That's
which
like
which really is
that's
all he
Hollywood.
deserves.
How do you know so much about this movie if you've never seen it?
I've seen the commercials.
Was that
That
I
wasn't-
guess that was
that wasn't-
Preview. Like that's the only thing you see.
Yeah.
Like,
And
you're
there's
pissing.
another
I'm like,
there's
what the
another
fuck?
scene where like they're all like at the watering hole / rock quarry that's now full of water, and they jump in, and that's really all I remember.
It happens.
Does it?
Yeah, I watched it in theaters.
What the fuck?
Did you really?
Yeah.
Why?
I took
You know who?
to go see it.
She who will not be named.
We don't even.
Yeesh.
Yeah.
She who will not
and
be
it was
named.
awful. It was,
Yeah,
it was
I could have
truly
told you. Could have like.
I knew going in that it was going to be very bad, so I just kind of sat back, like in the handicap seats, of course.
That's where we sit up
Exactly.
top.
Bam, bam,
Those
bam.
are terrible noises. That's
Fucking shit. I can't look at two elbows at once. Fucking go. Like,
okay. We didn't.
stop
Okay.
high-fiving.
Oh yeah, I'm sitting in the handicap seats. I knew this was going to be a terrible movie, so the whole time I just
You were
laughed.
just trying to get laid
No,
in the movie.
no.
That's what I would have been
See,
doing.
your goal at the end?
See how you immediately to the gutter with you.
Yeah.
Immediately.
It's what the kids want.
Both of you were thinking it. No, I don't know.
It's what the kids want.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Anyway,
I don't think you want.
That's my demo.
See?
That's the demo.
you guys are
Child?
criticizing
Your demo-
Hot Tub Time Machine. You immediately go for
Your
the
demographic
for the sex
is a
joke.
child.
for the basically the fart.
No.
Demographic is a child. That we've getting really deep into what.
Yeah, because the kids like sex jokes, and I want them to listen to the podcast.
Okay.
Anyway, what actually happened when I went to go see Grown Ups 2 was being an adult, sitting in the handicap seats. I guess it was decently full. I think it was like the opening night or something, but no, it wasn't like, packed.
Obviously,
for
it's
Grown
like
Ups
Grown Ups 2.
Precisely.
Everyone knows that Adam Sandler does now.
Precisely.
Shit
So I'm sitting back
movies.
there, and literally every
Jack and
time
Jill.
anything was remotely like meant to be laughed at, I just laughed as loud as I could. I don't even know their names in the movie. Like, oh, Adam, like
Adam
the deer's
Sandler's
on top of
character.
you. I'm just sitting in the back, just like ha ha ha, like as loud as I can. And everyone in the theater, they didn't.
Fucking hated it.
Nope, I don't
Have you
even know.
seen Jack and Jill?
Oh my god.
Of course, I haven't seen Jack and Jill. Actually, I've
Okay.
seen a little bit of it, and it's awful.
I've watched.
I stopped watching it
one
and I'm
time. It was one of those movies that was so terrible I couldn't stop watching.
right as I saw.
I don't know why. Like it wasn't like a bad good movie. You know, like those any Danny Trejo movie. It's like so crappy. It's like this is so awesome.
But it knows it's bad.
Yeah.
Jack and Jill.
They were trying to be serious.
Legit. Was
It's Adam Sandler playing him and his twin sister, and Al Pacino's in it. And
right
Al
as I saw Al Pacino in it, I was like, I turned it off. I was like, I can't.
Okay, I didn't turn it off.
I'm not gonna let
That's
this
when I
ruin Al
kept watching.
Pacino for me.
So when like my dad's like when he was a teenager, like in his early 20s and stuff. No, he's a teenager. Like Billy Madison and stuff like that was coming out. Adam Sandler's good stuff.
Yeah,
Happy Gilmore and all that shit. And so now my dad is like still thinks everything Adam Sandler
That's
does
My
is
Boys, the
gold.
best movie of all time. Like he thinks That's My Boys.
I went and saw that one in theaters. It was
Really?
shit. Yeah, I went with like my
I like
older
That's
brother
My
and
Boys.
his
I just
friends.
like Andy Samberg.
I love Andy
He gets
Samberg.
me.
Yeah,
7 Days in Hell. Anyway,
That's
they had
hilarious.
actual Vanilla Ice
I know. I've seen.
I said that
I've seen it. I'm
in the
ashamed.
theater, really fucking loud.
That's actual vanilla.
That's actual Vanilla Ice.
I was in like the dead center of the theater.
You're just like
Vanilla,
ice. Like,
No, he came on screen, and I was like, "Is that Vanilla fucking Ice?" And somebody told me to shush.
Excuse me, sir.
I will never forget though.
The Purge.
I'm trying to
fuck both of
see.
you.
I'm trying to see the man make the funny fart.
In the
joke,
end
so.
of Jack and Jill, there's an after
Is it the
credits scene.
dance scene thing?
No, there's
With
an
Al Pacino.
incestual
That
It's
would
not
make
what
that would
happens.
actually improve it, but it's an Al Pacino dance music video
Adam
Yeah.
Sandler makes
for
love
his
to Adam
own.
Sandler.
Hold on,
Al
it's for
Pacino
his chain
dances
restaurant
and sings.
to a song. I think it's called Cappuccino.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I've
Cappuccino.
seen that part.
And literally, I'm pretty sure he was saying this about the movie because he realized like what he did to his career with this movie.
Yeah.
And he just watched Al Pacino. Was like, what the fuck was I thinking? And he's just like, he's saying that to Adam Sandler because he's sitting there. He's like, yeah, that's your career now, Pacino.
Yeah, this is
that's
what
what
you
you've done
did
to
to
yourself.
Is that what the whole movie actually is? Just him making fun of Al Pacino?
No,
Adam-
I don't remember.
Adam
I tried.
Sandler just.
I-
I just like after it was done, I'm like, I gotta forget this.
For some really,
I gotta forget
for
this.
some really fucking weird reason, I really fairly remember the plot of that movie pretty well.
I don't.
And it was that,
Jack and Jill?
yeah,
It's
and
like
it was
sister comes to
that
visit or something.
Jack,
Adam.
Adam Sandler being a boy, was
He dressed up like Jill to get Al Pacino to like hang out with him, right?
You're not wrong. He like wrote commercials and shit, and he wanted Al Pacino to be in the Cappuccino one, but Al Pacino had a crush on Jill, Jack's twin sister, and so he was like, "I'm gonna get these two together." Jill was not having any of that shit, so I believe he did go in drag to hang out with and.
See, just imagine sitting in the
Hijinks.
writing room with Adam Sandler. You're,
Yeah.
you're telling all of them this, and he's just like, "Yes, keep
Yeah.
it
I
coming
feel
to
like
us.
he's
flowing at me.
Keep doing it." How much is it going to cost to get Al Pacino on here? $3
When did-
million. That's
when-
fine.
When did he hit rock bottom?
Al Pacino?
He,
No, it's
Adam
Sandler.
Sandler?
He still hasn't hit rock bottom, dude. He's still making so much money. Like people still just go and
Okay,
see all
when
these
did
movies.
his movies just become like?
When did
holy fuck,
integrity
what is he thinking?
leave the picture?
That's a better question. What did you
A
think
while
of
ago, I
Click?
think.
What did you think of
I liked
Click?
Click.
Click was
I-
enjoyable.
fucking hated Click because
it made
it
you
made
cry?
me fucking sad as shit.
Okay, besides that,
I like that it could do that though. Adam Sandler could.
what was after Click?
He pulled my heartstrings.
Like what? Grown ups?
Literally, I have no
Fucking
idea.
Norbit.
I hated
Norbit.
Norbit.
Was that a Happy
That's-
Madison
that's-
movie?
No, I don't think
Norbit's
so. That was
Eddie
Eddie
Murphy.
Murphy.
Well, yeah, but I thought it was produced by him.
Well, I mean, I'm thinking he's acting in it. I heard Pixels was shit, which I could have told.
That's
you.
what I heard too. Yeah.
I thought it kind of actually looked funny. Like people thought it'd be his comeback, but no.
When people are saying this movie's going to be your comeback, that you automatically know that movie's not it's not going to be your comeback. You just got to come back out of nowhere, like Rihanna, right? Or no, was it Beyonce that just like made
Beyonce.
She made that album.
Stealth release an album. Holy shit.
That's smart.
Holy
It's
shit.
not smart if you're not Beyonce.
Well, yeah, I mean,
It's-
if you're
it's-
like,
If you're Beyonce, then yeah, anything's
I feel
smart.
like not many people
If you're
do that. Like
Beyonce-
Eminem totally could.
If you're Beyonce, just like taking your shirt off is smart.
He just lifted. Liam just lifted.
I
his
did
arm.
lift my shirt in,
I want-
in pantomime.
I want
Beyonce.
Beyonce to do that.
Beyonce's gorgeous.
I'm doing it right now. For you
Beyonce's
guys.
so pretty.
You're not Beyonce.
You're right. I'm not Beyonce, but I
yeah,
can put on
sorry.
a wig.
B's a little bit better than you. No.
I'm rubbing myself.
Yeah, he's rubbing his chest, and it's just not.
It's not
It's
doing
not like
it.
Beyonce.
It's not the
It's
same
not
as
like
I imagine
Beyonce.
Beyonce
That's weird
would be doing.
because I've been practicing that while you've been practicing
Have you?
your jerk off voices.
I haven't been practicing anything
Wow, that's
except how to hide my tears.
you're doing a bad job. You should
Yeah.
need to keep
Yeah.
practicing.
Yeah,
I saw one right there and it scared me a little bit.
didn't.
We're men. Hold it in. Just bury it down until you're 70.
Act like you're man.
Then kill yourself.
Whoa.
What else
What?
are you gonna do?
See, exactly. Just bury it deep down
Are
inside.
you guys ready for this?
What's the worst that can
I'm
happen?
so happy.
This thing that
Colin has a topic.
that I pulled from. I pulled it straight from
Aw.
Reddit, and it was on r/writing prompts. And I thought when
That's a good
when
idea.
I read it that it when I read it on Reddit when I saw it I
That
thought
one's never been made before. That was original. I'm leaving. Bye.
We got to patent this.
So-
Liam has left.
so dude when I read it I thought it was
on Reddit?
I thought it was a news article like headline, and so I'm gonna read this. A serial killer who kills hitchhikers picks up a serial killer who kills the people who pick him up. And I thought that was the news headline, and I was like, that's the greatest fucking news story I've ever.
That's just two men battling each other inside of a car.
So a serial killer that kills people,
Hitchhikers.
pick up
Picks up a
hitchhikers.
hitchhiker that is a murderer.
So that's some.
But it was.
It's like Freddy versus
It's a
Jason.
movie. Who do you want to play? Who? Who plays who?
Tom Hardy is the hitchhiker,
Okay.
and Keanu Reeves is the
I like
is the
it.
driver.
Tom Hardy's the hitchhiker.
Yeah.
I like it too.
Do you want like Tom Hardy to look like he's been
I would like-
long hair and
I would like-
beard?
Yeah, I want him
Almost?
like
Okay.
scraggly.
You
Tom
want
Hardy.
Keanu Reeves to look nice and clean?
Yeah, I
But
want
he's like that.
Yeah, he's
clean
like,
cut Keanu versus
Yeah. Versus
Ragged
Mad
Tom.
Max Tom Hardy.
yeah, like Mad Max at the very beginning before they
Yeah.
where he's just all like made
Yeah.
yeah.
Like when he
Like
kills
when
that
he's all-
fucking iguana.
yeah, well,
And just
yeah.
instantly
He's like
eats it.
stomps and like somehow kicks it to his hand, like shoves it in his mouth.
It's user practice.
Then he's just like fucking.
Yeah,
So-
crazy behind the head jerk off.
Yeah.
get both of them.
That took so long.
Oh my god.
I know. I love how that movie
I don't-
just didn't give him anything. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, he just worked for all that. I
I
love
guess we're in like
that fight when they're fighting with the chain.
Mm-hmm.
Like they like, that was awesome.
he gets like shot in the head with that crossbow. Just like, oh fuck,
Yeah.
Jesus.
It's not easy being Mad Max.
I guess in the DVD, they're gonna have a black and white version and a silent version of the film, which I think is really cool. So I'm gonna watch.
I
all
like to
three.
watch those. Yeah.
I want to see the black and white one. I
Mhm.
think that'd look really cool.
I would like them to do it in like a noir type of thing, like in
Make
Sin
the
City,
make the
where
shadows really
where
shadow.
everything is black and white except the blood is red. I would love. The
I would
shit
like
out of
the
that.
explosions too. I think that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, it would be
maybe.
cool, too.
I'd like to see. I'd have to see.
Except for in Sin City, there was that one yellow guy who fucking creeped the shit out of me.
creep the shit out of everybody.
I don't really understand who he was.
I think he had like some kidney disease, didn't he? Is that what happens? When
I don't know,
have
he looked like a
liver?
fucking
Is it
goblin.
liver?
Dr. Manhattan.
You know how long it's
From
been since?
Watchmen.
I don't know. It's been a long fucking time since I've seen Sin City.
What about him?
I was thinking he's very blue in contrast to the rest of everyone else. And
That movie's very
Watchmen.
dark and dour, but
Exactly,
it
he's
is
like this bright-
it is a Zack Snyder film, which every Zack Snyder film.
what other
is
Zack
dark
Snyder
and
films are there?
dour. Man of Steel, Batman vs Superman, 300,
Oh, he's only made like,
Watchmen, comic book movies,
He did 300.
Day of the Dead, The Dawn of the Dead, not Day of the Dead. He
Shaun
did
of
a
the Dead?
remake. That's Edgar Wright.
I love those two.
I love
those two
Edgar
actors.
Sean Penn and
Sean Penn and the fat one.
Wow.
Sean Penn- that's what everyone else says too, though. Like everyone listening knows exactly what we're talking
Simon
about.
Pegg, not Sean
Simon-
Penn.
Yeah.
Sean Penn. Who is Sean
Simon
Penn?
Pegg.
Still, everyone still knows what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Simon Pegg.
It doesn't
yeah.
even matter that you messed up.
Simon
Everyone's like,
Pegg. You gotta say the fat British guy. This fat guy could be anybody.
Sean Penn.
I mean, you know, if you put him next to Sean Penn and Simon
yeah.
Pegg, that one of
Simon
them's gonna be
Pegg.
that fat British dude.
I love that. I love those. I want to see at World's End.
Sean.
At World's End, where like they go bar hopping and aliens attack.
Yeah.
Sean fucking Penn.
That's like an Academy
Sean
Award winning
Penn.
actor.
Yeah, no.
Wasn't he in that movie, the freaking
Son of Sam. No.
I Am Sam.
Son of Sam?
That's a very different movie.
No, he was in.
The gunman. Mr.
Yeah.
River, Milk, I Am Sam.
Milk. That's
Fast
he plays
Times
the
at
gay
Ridgemont
man.
High. Gangster Squad. Into
Dude,
the
he was a
Wild.
stoner in Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Was
He
he
looks
really?
a lot different now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
a long time. Dude, Jake Gyllenhaal looks way different than Donnie Darko. So,
He's a weird looking dude.
Jake
yeah.
Gyllenhaal?
Yeah.
I like
We
him.
watched Southpaw recently, me and
I've
Lucas
seen
did.
it twice.
Phenomenal film. And he looks great with a beard. But then I saw a picture of him shaved, and I was like, ooh.
Nightcrawler. You ever seen Nightcrawler?
Yeah, Nightcrawler,
I freaking
that's
love
him.
Nightcrawler.
I still haven't seen that guy too. It's on my Netflix.
Yeah, I haven't seen it either.
Wait, it's on Netflix?
Yeah.
I
You guys
think
haven't
so,
seen
yeah.
Nightcrawler?
No,
Yeah,
I got.
I
I,
never really
think
wanted to.
Wednesday I have to
It's
work,
so
so I think I'm gonna do
good.
it then. I'm gonna watch it at work.
That's probably
I heard everyone said he got snubbed for an
That-
Oscar.
that's
Like,
like-
everyone thinks he should have gotten.
that's like
a
my top
nomination.
movie of 2014. Is that when
Really?
it came out?
Did it come out last year?
Yeah.
I think so.
Because isn't it about like that guy who chases down like leads or
Yeah.
whatever? Like, he's like a news. What?
Yeah, he's like
They call them night crawlers. I mean,
they call him. He just chases. Yeah, he finds like crime scenes and like
Before
film scenes.
yeah.
It was so good. It's a lot like American Psycho, except
I love American
but he starts
Psycho.
out really poor, but he's still crazy like that. Where you know what I mean? Where he has to like
He has that need to like.
just keep climbing. It's
American
really good.
Psycho. The first time I watched, I kind of fucked with my shit. I was just
We gotta watch 2001: A Space Odyssey.
at the end when you just sit there, you're just like.
You want to sit there in an existential crisis, not know what's happening in the movie. You watch 2001: A Space Odyssey.
You've been saying that for like
He's
3
been
months.
saying that since he watched it.
If you want to slip back into your consciousness and realize how much of an ant you are, and like the
Did you watch that on drugs? Like,
obviously,
I knew it. The way you talk about him, like he was so high when he was it.
but no, it's insane. I've watched it multiple times now.
Have you?
Yeah. And I just keep thinking to myself, oh.
Okay.
2001: A Space Odyssey. Jesus H. That's probably my favorite movie ever now. But it's the best movie I've ever seen. It might not be my favorite, but it's the best. You know what I mean? Stanley Kubrick was crazy.
Yeah.
He's a crazy person.
He's nuts. Do you ever hear that theory about him, how he directed that footage that was on the moon?
That was what?
Like, you know how they always say the moon landing was fake?
They say he did the moon landing?
Yeah. He filmed the fake moon landing.
That's cool.
That's a big
a
conspiracy
privilege.
theory.
That's
So
a-
in
yeah, that's
The
cool.
Shining, they say there's like little hints. Like the kid wears like a moon shirt or something. They're like, holy shit! And the number of the room.
That's too tinfoil for me. The kid had a moon on his shirt.
And but like, and like
Whoa.
the room number was like the number of the
Same as
shit.
whatever.
Yeah, or something like that. The number like.
Whoa, numbers are the same as other numbers.
Did you know he? Yeah, exactly. Did you know he made like those sets for The Shining? He like designed the carpet and everything. Like he was like a control freak about all that.
I read someone
Like,
who's control.
all the doors had to have like certain symbols on them, and all the floors had to have the same.
You mean Illuminati symbols?
just weird like Stanley Kubrick symbols? What's going on? What?
Where'd you go for break? Because
Oh,
like 3 of us have to go. All right. So Lucas, we're recording again, by the way.
Oh yeah, okay.
Duke just about clogged my motherfucking throat.
I know. I
And
did
he-
clog it. I did clog it.
Duke full on clogged my fucking toilet.
then
He came out of the bathroom
listen.
and tried to play it off like it wasn't clogged. Tried to get the hell out of there
No.
and just commence with
No.
the podcast. Like
No.
he didn't clog the fucking
No.
toilet.
Listen. Let me tell my
There's
tale.
no way
Piece
you.
of shit.
There's no way you can justify
Literally.
this. I want everyone to know right now that Lucas Levelman is a terrible person.
I can live with that. But here's the thing.
Yeah, you can. It's pretty easy. When all you do is just run around ruining lives and toilets.
And toilets.
Destroying-
My
I
toilet.
hope it never works again. 'Cause then
Wow,
you're
wow, we're getting dark.
I'm kidding.
That's funny though, because if the downstairs toilet like that toilet stopped working, we wouldn't have any workable toilets.
Look what you
I
almost
don't think
did
it's
to
gonna.
their
That didn't happen. 'Cause
household.
it still flushes. Does one upstairs still flush?
You know what the saying
It still
is?
flushes, but it's
A
very
happy family
prone to
is a healthy
clogging
toilet.
and overflowing.
That's not good.
Mm-hmm.
What?
You sicken me as a person.
Good. Well, what happened?
Lucas-
I took a dump.
Okay, you can say what you think happened, and then I'll tell.
I know what happened. I was
Then I'll
in
tell
there.
you.
Then I'll tell everyone what actually happened and how.
Okay, listen.
I know I know what you thought better than you know what you thought.
I sit
already.
down, just take a dump. I get up and I look. I'm like, that's gonna fucking clog. I know for a fact it is. I can just tell by the look of it, and the diameter of the toilet and everything.
Scoot up a little bit.
So
Yeah,
I'm sitting there. I'm like, okay. I flush. I'm like, it all goes down. Then it starts rising. I'm like, fuck me. I had to deal with this now. So I sit there and plunge for like a good 2 minutes. I'm like, that's got to be it.
Was it
But
a good 2 minutes?
I was in
No.
there for a few minutes.
It's probably a good 15 seconds.
Probably.
Let's be
I was
real.
in there for a few minutes.
Maybe
Don't-
20
Don't
seconds.
fucking deny this truth.
I don't think you were in there for a few.
I took
minutes.
a quick. I took a quick shit. I took a quick one because I'm like, we got to get back in podcast. But anyway, so I grabbed that weird fucking slinky plunger.
Slinky
plunging.
plunger?
That's what
Are
he
you
called
aware
it.
of this?
Yeah, it is weird. It's a weird fucking slinky plunger.
It is weird.
Like it's an accordion plunger. It's fucking weird.
I think I know what you're talking about. I
It's
understand.
like the black ones. So I did it one. I like you do a usual.
Yeah, you did it.
one.
So
I pull it out. I try to flush. I'm like,
hold
fuck, it
on,
didn't go
before
down.
you go
It's
any
like, keep going.
further, I just want to clarify that he just confirmed that he thinks the black ones belong in the toilet.
Who?
He did. Lucas did. Right there.
Well, that's my cue.
All right, bye. Later, guys.
Later. Anyway, so I tried it a few more times. Eventually started to go down. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go to Colin and what happened. Then I'm gonna come back and finish this. There's still some feces in the
See,
toilet.
I don't think that was your
Yes,
thought
I wasn't gonna
process.
leave my shit in the toilet. Jesus Christ.
Okay, can I tell
Yeah,
what
sure.
I think
You can tell
happened
your
now?
version.
Hold
My
on, before
ver-
you do, I just want everyone to know that had you left your shit in my toilet and I found it like in an hour, I would have laughed my fucking ass off. I'd have thought that was hilarious.
I would've thought-
Maybe I should have left it. But then it still would have been like clogged.
Now his true
Yeah.
colors fly.
Totally would have.
That would have been really
All right.
pissed.
All right, this is what actually happened. This is what I believe actually happened in my own
Jesus
mind.
Christ.
I see me and Trocco out in the kitchen just hanging out while Lucas is in there. I imagine you right as you're done pooping and like wiping. I assume.
I did wipe.
Yes.
Jesus
I
Christ.
can only assume.
I can only assume. It's okay. I'm not judging you, but
I
I know you looked. I know you stood up. You turned around. You looked down, and you're like, "That's not." You know what I mean? You were immediately like,
That's gonna clog.
Yeah,
This
it's
isn't
like-
gonna work out in my favor.
You flushed it. It doesn't go down. You're like, "Oh no, let me get the slinky plunger." You slinky plunge it. You know, like it's gone, right? Or is I
What?
wrong? Like you weren't even able to plunge all of.
No, it went down, but it clogged.
Yes. So that's what I'm saying. You see the clog, or you understand that it's not going to work. You plunge for, let's say,
I don't know what a regular
10
plunge would be.
seconds. You try.
Yeah.
It flushes, and all that happens is water just slowly.
You do that flush and it just goes up, and you're
yeah,
just like,
it just
fuck
slowly moves
me.
down a little bit, and then it just fills up a little more. And right there, you're like, there's no poop in the toilet, and then you walk out.
No, there was still like pieces of my shit. in the
So
toilet.
you didn't even finish the plunge.
Because I was letting him know.
You were letting him know. You could have just finished it. You see, he
Honestly,
totally planned.
You could have finished the plunge and then not told me.
Well,
Yeah,
at first,
but
I was a little worried.
instead, Lucas was like, I guess I could probably clear it from my conscience if I just go out there and tell him I did it, because then it's
No,
fine, right?
no.
If I don't go back in there.
Because I saw it still, and I'm thinking, fuck, what if
Look
like,
me in the
there's
eye
something
right-
is serious wrong with this?
Look me
What
in
if
the
something is seriously wrong with
look me in the eye right now, Lucas, and tell me that if me and Colin, if you would have been like, hey, I'm not sure if it's clogged, if we would have been like, oh, that's okay, and we just went downstairs, you wouldn't have gone back.
No, I would have gone back.
First-
My shit was still in the toilet. That's what you're not hearing. I don't leave my shit in someone else's toilet. In my own toilet, sure.
Get the
I leave my shit
fucking
in there.
veins on his neck
Jesus
popping
Christ.
out.
God.
I feel like you totally would have just left it
No, I want to, because there's pieces of my shit in the toilet. I just got done that. Everyone knows who did it. Christ.
there.
I'm not going to get that label in this house.
I'm not going to be the guy that clogged the toilet.
And left my shit in it. Jesus Christ. That's just an asshole move.
So,
Yeah.
moving on.
That's why I said I hated you a little while ago.
Moving on.
But now that I see the difference, I'm still not quite sure. You can just be lying right now. I'm pretty
Um,
sure you just clogged it a little bit, or you tried to a little bit, and then you're like, well,
I tried
Today
it quite
I
a few
learned
times.
a boy was allowed to change his name when he was 8 years old. And now today he is Dr. Loki Sky Lizard.
suicide.
Wow.
So,
He's depressed.
that's fucking sick.
If you came up to someone at a job interview and like, "What's up? My name is Dr. Loki Sky Lizard," they'd be like,
If you had a fucking doctorate, but your name was Loki Sky Lizard.
"Dr. Loki Sky Lizard."
Doctor.
Wouldn't that
Oh,
your
is
name?
that his name or is that his title? I
No,
don't know.
his
It
name
doesn't
is totally
say.
Doctor. It's Doctor.
I think that's his
So
title.
your name would be
I'm really hoping that the guy.
your name would be Philosophical Doctor Loki Sky Lizard, right?
No, I think
What
I don't
was his
think
name?
his name is Loki. I think his name. He changed his name to Loki Sky Lizard and then got a doctorate. Or maybe he changed his name to Doctor.
No,
Loki
his name
Sky
is
Lizard.
total. It's an 8-year-old, right?
He was 8. Now he's not.
Now he's not 8.
Now he's an adult.
I think it's Doctor Loki.
So his
Sky
parents
Lizard.
let him go through with this
Mhm.
name change. They didn't think anything of it.
Which
Sometimes
which
it's
I'm
gonna come
assuming means that he was 8 in sometime in like the 60s, 70s.
I'm gonna
and-
guess he wasn't Caucasian. That's just me.
I'm thinking he was, and his parents were hippies, and
I'm
they're like,
thinking he's
"Yeah,
also
free
Caucasian.
love."
Can we get some bets going?
I don't want
Actually,
any bets.
fucking-
I mean,
Oh, like 10 push-ups.
I have to
says
find that
that's
on
fine.
Reddit.
I kind of like that.
Yeah, 10
That's
pu-
interesting.
10 push-ups says that this
Hold on, I gotta find that on
he's
Reddit again
he's
though,
not Caucasian
because I just took a screenshot of the thing. I didn't actually.
What
or a
if he is?
man anymore.
So we both had to do. I'm not going that far, but
Yeah.
me and
I'll
him had
put
to
10
do that.
push-ups on. He's a Caucasian.
I will
All right,
also
and
do
I'll
that.
put 10 push-ups on. He is not a Caucasian.
So me and him both might have to do that.
Doctor Loki Sky Lizard.
On the-
Philosophical Doctor Loki Sky Lizard.
So if his name is not philosophical Doctor Loki Sky,
No, I'm saying
I'm just playing. Around.
Oh, his name is Philosophical.
I need to find the
Dr.
comment
Loki
section.
Sky Lizard.
Oh, that was an external link, so now I'm waiting for some website to load.
But anyway,
No, he's a professor.
he's
So
a
I'm
professor.
assuming-
So there's probably a picture of him.
I'm
So
looking.
he's a doctor. He's got a doctorate.
I'm
he must be.
assuming. I
Doctor. Loki Sky Lizard.
I think it's his
At your
title.
service.
I think. That's
What do you think his friends abbreviate his name to be? No one just calls him Dr. Loki Sky
I would
Lizard.
just call him Loki.
Would you just
Is
call
it
him
like
Loki?
not as
You
the
call him
Norse
Sky.
god?
You call him Liz.
Is it like the Norse
You
god?
call him
Loki?
Izzy?
Yeah, L-O-K-I.
There's so many nicknames you can make out of Dr. Loki Sky
Key.
Lizard. Doc,
K.
Key, K,
Low.
Loki, Lo,
L.
L,
Wiz.
Liz, Izzy,
LS.
This
Sky.
Doc.
isn't telling me if he's white or not. I can't find a picture.
See, now you went and said white. I said Caucasian.
I just want to know if he's white.
I just want to know if my
Good feeling he's
my
Caucasian.
racism is going to be helpful. It's tasteful.
He's not Caucasian.
Tasteful
What do you think he
racism.
is?
That's this bit on 3-Piece Podcast. Tasteful racism, and then like a info. You know what I mean? Like some text shows up like tasteful racism.
He is white as can be, baby.
Is he? No. Oh my.
Yeah.
That's Caucasian.
He looks a little.
That's Caucasian.
He looks a little Indian to me.
That's Caucasian.
No, that's
Let me
that's
see
a
it. Let me
Caucasian.
He looks
man.
a little Middle Eastern. Like
That's
he,
a Caucasian ass man.
150%.
You guys don't have any proof though.
That's
That's a
Caucasian,
Caucasian.
Liam.
That's just a picture.
That's a white guy.
I want to see his pedigree. Like I want to see like
Okay.
if he. You know what I mean?
No, I don't. But okay.
I want to see where he was born.
Long Branch, New Jersey.
Long Branch-
Caucasian.
Who were his parents like Italian? Like see like that. Yes.
Italian's Caucasian.
That's mincing words right there.
It is. His name is just Loki Sky Lizard. He is a thoracic surgeon.
Loki Sky Lizard.
Yeah.
What
MD.
is his nationality? I mean, not nationality, but
I'm trying to figure
what's
it
his
out.
ancestry?
This website blows cock.
If it's in Europe or America, or no, I mean, yeah, I guess then I'll call it Caucasian.
Caucasians. I mean, I don't know if they call it.
I mean, because then it could be Spanish, and so
he was top seed in the 2014 Name of the Year.
That makes sense.
that does make sense.
Does he have his own Wikipedia page? Because that's what I need right now. He's got a Facebook profile.
I don't think the first post he's ever made is be like, "What's up?
What's up?
I'm
I
a
just want y'all to know that I
Mexican-American.
am in fact a Caucasian.
Yeah,
For anyone out there who has a bet to set up,
for push-ups.
A push-up bet.
that's
on
good.
on
That's
some
a
sort of
good
podcast.
idea for a bet, like workouts.
Facebook is a little bit slow as shit.
Interesting.
The problem sitting in my basement doing this is that I've moved my router all the way upstairs, so the Wi-Fi is really slow down here.
Hashtag Wi-Fi probs.
Botanicus.
So I guess, I mean, how are we gonna call this?
I'd say he's
I'd say
Caucasian.
he's Caucasian,
I'd-
but
I say he didn't look.
he
so
looks
looks
Caucasian.
Caucasian.
I mean, he looks like a man, but
Look up like another just type Caucasian.
yeah,
man.
type Caucasian and see if you get.
We get a
something
similar picture.
Because he looked a little Italian.
You pull up that picture again. I'm gonna look up Caucasian.
Why
man.
is there a picture of Steve Jobs in here? That is a white man.
Yeah, 100%.
I just don't know from the picture though.
Dude,
You just don't wanna
wanna
do
do the
push-ups.
10 push-ups because you don't want to lose the
You
bet.
know I can do 10 push-ups.
I know you can. You just don't want to have lost the bet.
You're well. No, obviously none of us wants to lose the bet. But I'm saying that all we have is a picture, and that is not enough proof.
That is
That is all
totally
the proof
enough
you need.
Am I Caucasian?
No,
Why not?
because your mom is
How would you know that? If
because
you
you're
didn't
not
know?
white-skinned.
That's what makes you Caucasian, is having white skin.
Pretty much, yeah. That's what I meant by Caucasian.
No, I'm saying
He's been a fucking doctor for 14 years.
Well, he's had that name.
I want to know where he's born.
Hospital, other languages
I'm
spoken.
not necessarily where he's born, but
He does speak Spanish.
parents. And now we're getting closer. Where you guys are like, he's from
He's
Venezuela.
Caucasian.
He's so
He's
Caucasian.
from Venezuela.
Come on, LinkedIn.
He's
Give
South
me some
American.
personal information.
I'm Caucasian.
You want to
See,
find out what
now it's getting. Now you guys are a little scared.
Not really.
I'm not.
No.
I'm confident that that's a Caucasian male American male.
Caucasian American male. That's the name of my new
Caucasian American
pop
male.
punk thrash metal.
I have to poop a little bit. Surgery MD is.
Is Dr.
I'm
Strangelove Caucasian?
just gonna straight up Google it.
Just
Is
ask Google.
Dr. Loki Sky Lizard.
I feel bad for putting us on this Caucasian tangent.
Caucasian race is a taxon historically used to describe the physical or biological
Gotta
of
enunciate.
some of all of the populations of Europe, North Africa, the Horn of Africa, Western Asia, Central Asia, and South Asia.
All right, so there we go. That's what Caucasian is.
So I don't know.
Google
just
sucks. It's
describes-
not telling me.
So if he was like
The white
Swedish
people.
or like German, I'd be like, yeah.
Classification.
But if he is South American, which
White.
I'm starting to see now a little bit, or from India,
That's
White.
not.
he doesn't look. I mean,
He's white. He's from New Jersey.
I say we all do 5 push-ups
Why?
because we don't have any proof.
He's white.
That's a white enough man that I don't
That's a
have
white
to.
enough
No,
man.
that's Caucasian.
Man,
If I am 100% certain that when he fills out his forms, he checks the Caucasian box.
I will second that.
how do you know?
Because he's Caucasian.
You don't know. You have no proof. You have a picture.
Yeah, that's all I need.
That's all you need. Remember
Yes.
that picture of that dress? That was like people thought it was purple and they thought it was gold.
Fuck that.
Yeah, it's just a picture and no proof of the actual color. Not color. I guess kinda. Color of this man.
What dress?
The dress, you know when like
Oh, that Twitter phenomenon thing? Okay, yeah, I do remember it. I
it's
was
just a
like, what
picture.
fucking
There ain't
dress?
no proof.
That's a white
I need real proof.
That's a white guy.
It's a white guy.
Today I learned while filming Star Wars, they were filming in Tucson. T-U-N.
Are you just on Today I Learned?
This was another. I was on the front page of Reddit.
Shaking my head.
Tunisia, which is in Libya.
2 Caucasian men.
See?
Right next to each other.
Let me look at that then. Is this the guy?
The one on the left.
See?
He's Caucasian.
You have...
The Libyan government became worried about a military vehicle parked near the border, which was actually one of the sand crawlers from Tatooine,
I
which
wasn't
I think is funny. The Libyan border saw that
and they thought
while
it was
they were filming Star Wars, and they're like, "Holy shit!
We need to get out of here.
What sort of super tank is this?"
Alright.
Dude, just move on.
I'll do 10 push-ups for you guys to make you happy, but I would like to know, or I would not like to know, I'd like to say that we have no proof that this man is actually Caucasian. We have a picture. They have a video.
You're gonna do them live on air.
They have a video of JFK getting shot, and then people still don't know exactly who shot him. Alright?
He's Caucasian.
See, that's what you think, but we have no proof.
I'm gonna call this man
Show me
tomorrow.
the tapes.
I'm gonna call this man tomorrow, and I'm gonna ask
Call him right now. Get him on the show.
It's 10 o'clock.
It is 10 o'clock here, and
Well,
if he still lives in New
if he lives
Jersey,
in the
then it's
East.
gonna be
It's gonna be
midnight.
I'm not gonna bother this MD. MD nose touch the ground.
Jesus Christ!
I'm not counting.
Neither's I. I think that's 6, 7,
3,
Just add
4,
9,
5.
10. He's just still. He went to 11.
Oh.
That's
He didn't have
that's
to.
what, that's
He
what,
didn't
our,
have
that's
to
what
do
our
that.
speakers go up to, kids. They go up to 11. It's
Rock and roll.
It's one louder. That's how you know. Because most of them only go up to 10. But you see when it goes up to 11, it's just that extra kick you need.
Do you guys have nose hair?
Yes.
Not
I
a lot,
fucking
but
hate.
yeah.
I hate it.
I mean, I don't.
All
have,
of us
like,
just put our fingers in our nose, right as he
I
said
don't have
that.
an ungodly amount, but I have nose.
I don't even
hairs.
know.
I don't know how much nose.
I don't know how much nose hair I
Because
have.
I can go like this and pull it,
I accidentally pulled.
I don't
it
know
out
if I
before.
can do that.
and I
I'm
discovered.
just sitting here
could.
pulling my nose hair now.
I discovered that I had
Hurts.
more nose hair than I'm comfortable with. The other day, whilst
Oh, you
waiting
have nose
for
hair.
Shadow of Mordor to load, I was playing with my multi-tool,
What do
and
you think
I
of
put
Shadow
it.
of Mordor? Sorry. Keep talking about your nose hairs.
We'll go to that in just a minute. I put the pliers of the multi-tool into my nose and just pinched and pulled, and I was like, "Fuck, that hurt."
Why did you do that?
I was bored. I was waiting for it to load, and I was just playing with
Why do
them.
you just
Yeah,
have
we're
such like,
just really-
self-destructive
we're-
tendencies?
Driving really deep into your like psyche.
Yeah.
in this
It's not
episode.
even that weird. I was
God, I
just,
hate myself. Nose hairs.
I didn't like.
Holy fuck.
That's how people cut themselves these days. They just pull their hairs.
That's fucking
I just-
horrible.
I want to feel the pain.
I didn't go in there trying to be like, oh, I'm gonna pull my nose hairs
What the fuck
out.
were you going up there for?
I was just waiting for
He had
the
a
game to
booger.
go. I was playing
He
with
had a
the
booger,
fucking,
but he just
with
got
pliers,
The,
yeah.
you got the
Your
hairs.
fingers.
I was just playing with the fucking.
What are
pliers.
fingers but weak pliers? Boom.
Thank you.
I guess.
Drop the mic.
Shadow of Mordor. I didn't do a whole lot of the side stuff, especially later on. Like once I started getting rolling in the main story, that's really all I was doing. After I unlocked each of the towers.
You unlocked each of the towers already? I mean, I don't know how long you've had it. Well, how many hours you got? into it?
11. I beat the main story. I've had it for 11
that's all
hours.
it takes.
Yeah.
Oh, I could have done it in less, but I did some of the side shit.
Does the side shit get you extra weapons or like abilities and stuff?
You can't get other weapons. You get runes and stuff.
You can get like extra runes and you can get more power. Do you need those to like
beat the game?
You don't need them, but they definitely improve you. Like,
I have one problem with the game. Well, I have a few.
Like you can unlock having up to 5 runes for each weapon, each of the like the sword, the bow, and the dagger.
I should get that.
And I had 3 on each.
They have a Game of the Year edition though.
That's what I got.
I think it's for PS.
All
it is for PS.
Really, all the DLC is really just like
cosmetics,
and then like you start the game with some extra runes, so like some special ones. So
one thing that kind of sucked about the game is if you did all of the side missions, you kind of became ridiculously overpowered. Yeah. You just got so good. It's like, oh, this is
just like literally just going around
unstoppable. Like, unless you got to like a war chief, then it was kind of difficult.
I think with enough skill, like you could just do that anyway. Like
just start really bad and not upgrade your stuff.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. I'd like to see that run. You know what I mean?
I'm sure it's been done.
Oh yeah.
But
watching E&B play Dark Souls, just being naked in a big sword.
Some guy played Dark Souls using only voice. He just beat Simone Ornstein, and he was using only voice commands to play the game.
Fuck that.
Yeah.
Is that a voice command that he says when he says "fuck that"? He drinks a Estus.
Probably.
Fuck that. Oh my god, fuck that.
But the game was great. The what was it called? The Nemesis system.
The Nemesis system.
The Nemesis system was
Thank you.
Literally without a doubt the only thing that made that game not an Arkham clone, and it is phenomenal. Like that Nemesis system is so cool.
It's so finely tuned. Like everything about it.
Like this one guy kept fucking killing me, and his name was the Crippler, something the Crippler. And he kept fucking me up. And he wouldn't even kill me. He would just hit me once, and then he'd be like, and he'd go into a cutscene and be like, "You're too easy," and then he'd leave and disappear, and I wouldn't be able to chase him down. I'm like, what the fuck? You only hit me one
he's
time.
Like your rival. You know?
And then at the end of the game, there's a story mission in which you have to fight, a bunch of guys that you have, like, branded and control are, like, assaulting somewhere, and your nemesis is there with a shit ton of, like, low-level
That's
orcs.
so cool.
And I was like, holy shit, it's him! Like, his face popped up, and I'm like, what the fuck is he doing here?
Isn't that cool?
I was like...
That's amazing, yeah.
Yeah. Like, who gives a shit about the main... Because the main story is really not that great. But who cares, because I made my own story between me and the fucking Crippler.
There was one...
That's what the best video games do, is they let you make your own...
I.e. Dwarf Fortress.
RPGs.
I.e. is the wrong...
There was this guy I fought, and like I cut him, and he ran away. Next time he came in, he'd get ash across his face.
That's what I did to the Crippler.
Next time I
fucked
fought
up
him, I
his
threw him
face.
through a fire, and next time he came in, he had like this rag wrapped on his head. He didn't even recognize me. He's like, this is it. This is how I get my revenge, and I killed him like the coolest way ever. So awesome.
Yeah, dude.
The Crippler, the first time I fought him, I fucking cut his face. And then for the rest of the game, all of this section of his face was like covered in this metal plate.
Yeah.
I mean, every time I met him, he's like, "You fucked up my face, and I'm gonna fuck you up." And then he hit me once and run away.
What's your guys' favorite game of last year?
Did Shadow of Mordor come out last year?
14.
I just played it 8 months into this year.
Of 2014.
Yeah.
Of 2014.
How about a game you played in 2014?
That just impressed me?
That was
I have a question
your
about
favorite
video games. Oh.
And then I'm gonna have a follow-up question after that. I'm a good interviewer.
I'm trying to think of what came out last year.
Sorry, these weren't in the prompt.
I hesitate to say Dwarf Fortress because I've been playing that for 5 or 6 years now. But I'm going to say Dwarf Fortress because no matter how long I go without playing it, as soon as I touch it, I am hooked.
What's your favorite part about it?
There's 2 modes in it. There's adventure mode in which you play as one character, and then there's fortress mode in which you're not even a character. You just say what you want done, and then they go and do it.
Yeah.
And the world generation is my favorite part about it, though, because it's 100% like random seed generation.
Roguelike?
Like it's so much more random generation than roguelike. It generates all of the geography, and then it puts the oceans in. And if it's like that's too much ocean, we're scrapping that world. We start again.
Yeah.
It's incredible. And then it populates the world with people, like civilizations and monsters and like titans and mega beasts and shit. And then it simulates wars between them for
Isn't that
however
awesome?
many years
Yeah,
you set it to go. Like you can set it to go 5 years or 500 years, and then you start playing.
Isn't that
which
cool?
it's such a good game.
What about you, Lucas?
I'm trying to think of games that came out for PS4.
All right. Well, what I want to say is, what was my favorite one in 2014? What did I play a lot of?
What came out in 2014?
Shadow of Mordor,
Anyway.
probably one of the Arkham games.
No.
The best games
Really?
are the ones that let you make your own like
Story.
You just need the gameplay. Then you get to make up what you get. Yeah, like your own story.
Honestly, Shadow of Mordor. I really like that. That game really impressed me just because of the Nemesis system.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
because otherwise, it was just an Arkham clone set.
Because like both of those games, like the story that was already in the game, that wasn't your favorite part. You know what I mean? Like your favorite part was like doing it yourself.
Yeah, totally, absolutely.
That's what good games are.
I have a question for you. What game, or like you can come up with an original idea, but what game would you want to see the Nemesis system in?
Before we answer that, could you just like scoot closer to Liam and just not lean back so far?
Yeah, maybe
the laptop.
Yeah.
No.
All right. Yeah.
So what a different game that I would want to see the Nemesis system
It
in?
could be like an original game you come up with.
Skyrim. It's not original at all.
Skyrim, that would be awesome.
But the
I just want them to remake Skyrim for the PS4.
But
so I can
Bethesda
play 60 FPS.
does something that is so genius in that they release after like a year or so of the game being out, they take the construction set that they used themselves to create the entire game and they publish it for free. And they're like, here, use this. You are all beautiful, creative people. Make beautiful, creative shit for awesome. This engine we built. And people do. And like to this day, new shit is coming out for the third Elder Scrolls game, which came out in 2001 or some shit like that. Awesome. Maybe 6. I don't know.
I freaking,
Bethesda.
They do it right.
Bethesda does it right. But I would want to see the Nemesis system in Skyrim because I'm still playing it.
I'd want to see it.
Morrowind's engine just couldn't handle it though.
In Uncharted. That kind of sounds silly.
See, I didn't like Uncharted that much.
And I don't know how it works.
How that would
Uncharted
work.
is very story driven.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I don't think it would work.
Yeah.
I think I have a good one.
Maybe another third person shooter made by, is that Naughty Dog?
Yeah.
I think I have one. Mad Max.
The new game that's coming out?
So like, I think it works like the war chiefs.
I think
you have like different war chiefs and like the.
If
that would be cool.
If this Mad Max game is an open world game,
it is.
Is it?
Yeah.
Then I think that would totally work out.
I think it's because I think Warner Brothers is making it too, so I'm like they should definitely use that. Because Warner Brothers owns.
Warner Brothers could seriously, they could just keep taking the same game engine and reskinning it to be Shadow of Mordor, and then just put that gameplay in Mad Max. And I wouldn't give a shit.
I'm really stoked for that Mad Max.
I would be like, fuck, this game is incredible.
What was it? What?
Nemesis system, other games.
Nemesis system, other games. I just had one, and now it's gone.
Uncharted 2.
Civilization?
That could be...
I guess it kind of already is a thing a little bit.
I mean, there's the diplomacy in it.
Civilization, some of them are just assholes.
Did I explain to you guys why Gandhi? You guys know how like the joke of Gandhi being super aggressive in those games is a thing.
Yeah,
you don't know that joke?
I know that's a
joke. Do you know that? Mm-hmm. Like online, that's a common joke because Gandhi, the very peaceful fella, in Civilization, is like after a certain point in the game, he goes hyper aggressive and it like declares war on everyone, like with nuclear weapons and shit. And the reason is in the old, I think it was Civilization 2 or 1, there was a scale of peaceful or of warmongeringness from 1 to 10, and he was a 2, which was the lowest in the game. And there was a research that you could get, and I think it was the diplomacy, or maybe it was the democracy, that took your warmongering down 2 points. But it was an old DOS game, so when his 2 went down to a 0, it couldn't compute that. So it actually went to 255.
Oh my god! Holy shit!
Out of 10. So he was just instantly like, hey, I got all these nuclear bombs and I'm going to fuck every single one of you with it.
Oh, Gandhi.
So, and then I don't know, I mean, I'm sure they could have fixed that, but they're just like,
nah.
like, this is a fun joke. We like that.
Yeah.
And so I think that they just kept it. But
I really, really enjoy that.
That just makes you have to oppress Gandhi every single game you do.
You literally have to.
You have to squish the bug that is peaceful.
On fire.
Nonviolent protest, exactly. That's dark.
You have to run over the Chinese protesting students in tanks.
Tiananmen Square.
Yeah.
That's really fun.
Was it Tiananmen? I don't know.
Yeah, I think so.
It was something square.
That sounds right.
I'm probably saying so much wrong.
I think you're right. I think it was like Tiananmen Square or something.
Speaking of China, Nemesis system, Dynasty Warriors. Look it up.
Wow.
Boom.
Yeah.
That one guy is your nemesis already.
Take it home. Lu Bu, fuck him.
Lu Bu, right?
Fucking Lu Bu.
You knew exactly what I was talking about.
He's so goddamn strong. I can't fight him.
I'm
not even playing modern Dynasty Warriors games. I'm playing fucking like Dynasty Warriors 4 or some shit like that.
Those were
No,
so good.
it was 3.
They're so much fun.
They are. They're up to 8
Just such
now.
simple, just like combos.
The Witcher.
The idea of
The
me
Witcher.
as some Chinese person against like racking up thousands of kills is addicting as
Just
hell.
killing thousands of people.
Yeah. Also, the source material is really fucking cool.
Yeah.
Have you read the Romance of the Three Kingdoms?
The
novel?
The Yellow Turban Rebellion.
Yeah, I've never read it, but I've always wanted to.
That's
Also, there's a movie based on it that is one of the longest movies. It's like the non-theatrical version, like the non-cut version, was like 9 hours or something
Jesus,
like that long.
that's too long.
And they cut it down to 4 hours for the. That's still too
What do they
long.
do with that leftover
I couldn't
footage?
sit for theater in 4 hours.
No, I couldn't sit in a theater for a 9-hour movie, but I think I could watch it over a period of a couple of days, like just coming
You
back.
watch
To
That's
it.
why you make it
3-hour
into a
part every
series.
day.
Yeah, like a HBO
That would have been a
series.
great HBO series. Netflix original series. Get on that. Get on that and pay us.
Right.
What movie do you want to see as a TV series on Netflix or HBO?
Whatever the Romance of the Three Kingdoms movie is, that's 9 hours long.
Movie though, like
Yeah,
well, I
it
guess
is a
so.
movie. But no,
I don't know.
I think a Mad Max series could work.
That would be interesting.
Um,
I kind of like it in
Excuse me.
movie
Birds.
format though.
huh?
I kind of like that in movie format.
I
though.
think
Yeah.
Star Wars could have been a good episodic thing if they made it R-rated. Like
Yeah. Pokemon.
I want to see
Pokemon.
I Am Legend. I'd
Adult
like to see that in a
Pokemon.
show.
I want to see
Miniseries.
Beedrill. Like
I Am Legend is too depressing though. I don't.
I'd like it as a mini. If you base it more off the book.
if it was like
If you
a,
base
if
it
it
more
was
off the
a
book, it's literally
miniseries.
just one guy then who's just hanging out
If
forever.
it, yeah, if
I
it was a
think it'd be interesting.
miniseries,
I mean,
if it was
I'd like
only
it.
like 4 or 5 episodes.
Yeah, I mean, you don't need like a 12 episode miniseries. Just like 6, 8 maybe.
No, 8's too many. I think 5
6.
or 6 maybe. 6 at the very,
You
very
don't have to
top.
follow the book completely because the book's not that long. But like, you could change some things. Like have them find somebody.
I would want a Django Unchained
Just him being a
miniseries.
bounty hunter.
Yeah, just him being about him and
afterwards,
the
like,
dentist. No, I want the grim adventures
Over
of the
the
dentist
winter?
and Django. Yeah.
What they did over.
What was the dentist's name?
I don't know.
Doctor something.
I never
Oh,
watched.
The Doc and Django.
I watched Django Unchained, or I watched half of it one time with
She who will not
with
be named.
with
Oh.
just a bunch of friends that wasn't you guys, like Sam and Hunter and Alex and all them. The whole time they just wouldn't shut up, and I was like, I want to watch Django Unchained. But I couldn't understand any of the movie at all. 'Cause they were,
It's a great movie.
I want to watch
It's
it.
really
what
fun.
Quentin Tarantino movie isn't great?
There's no movie that you can say this is a bad movie.
Quentin Tarantino's.
You could
face
say
is
you don't
great.
like it that much, but I mean,
You can't even say that really.
well,
I guess unless you're squeamish.
I'm
Unless
not
you're
a
squeamish
fan.
about.
It's not that I don't really like Kill Bill that much, personally.
When's the last
I
time-
don't know what
When's
it.
the last time you watched Kill Bill?
That's true. Because
A
you
few
were
months
probably.
ago.
Oh,
A few
really?
months ago?
Like, did you watch the whole thing?
I sat down one night and watched all of it together, and something about it I just didn't like. I don't know what it was.
See, I had
something
a,
just.
This
I'm
is
like,
the first one.
it was both. I watched all of it together, the two parts.
Do you think it was just too campy, like too much kung fu and too much western? Did you?
No, I liked. I don't know what
you
it
didn't
was.
like that there was a female protagonist.
That's
No,
what
that's
it
not
was.
it.
'Cause
No,
you're
You
sexist.
didn't like that
No,
there was
I was fine
an
with it.
empowered female that didn't need no love interest, no man to take over for her.
No,
That's what it was.
I just didn't
Sexist.
like
Yep.
it. I just didn't like it. No.
Honestly, the first, because I felt a very similar way when I first watched it, but that's because I was too young to like watch it, and pay attention. Like I was just like, there's that weird noise, and this lady's killing people, and
Yeah.
I kind of want a juice box, Dad.
Mhm.
And then I grew up, and then I sat down and I watched Kill Bill, and I'm like,
You're like, whoa.
that was fucking great.
I appreciate it because it's a Tarantino film, but I don't know why I don't like it. I can't put my finger on it.
I do. I know why you don't like it.
But
And
I
it's
don't.
your internalized sexism.
I put my
No.
finger directly on it.
I'll put all
I'm
my
not
fingers
sexist.
up it.
That's fine.
You don't have to be sexist to not like a female protagonist.
I do like the female protagonist. I do like Uma Thurman.
What's her name? That's Uma Thurman. I need to have it for us.
She's a great actress. She's been in, I think,
What is
3
this?
of Tarantino's films.
Yeah.
Pulp Fiction.
I know that.
I almost said Public Fiction.
Public Fiction.
Pubic Fiction.
Public Fiction. The Library.
No, Pubic
I'm excited
Fiction.
for Quentin Tarantino's next movie, The Hateful Eight.
Isn't that his last movie?
I
he's
thought
doing
so.
10. He's going
Oh.
to 10. That's
said-
what he said, but since
he
this
said-
got leaked, you don't know.
He said he wanted to stop making movies before he got old because he wanted to make like old
He
man
wants. He
movies.
said I read someone wants to make 10. 10 films.
But he doesn't want to like be Clint Eastwood age and make movies because he
Mhm.
doesn't want to make old man movies. That's what he said. He's like, I don't want to make. You know what I mean? Because like Gran Torino is like an old man.
Get out while
movie.
he's good. I mean,
Gran
that's what I
Torino's really
think.
fucking good.
Yeah,
though.
but you know what I mean. Like,
Yeah, I
how it
know
has
what
that
you
like
mean.
style. Like I'm a veteran.
A lot of people.
Get the fuck off my lawn.
I love that movie. But I think
So
a lot
do
of
I.
people our age probably don't. Like just
I
because
like
like
it.
it's like such a slow.
I don't think a lot of people our age don't. I think we're one of the lower ages that do though. Like I feel like my little brother, like in his group, would just be like, "This movie's fucking shitty."
Where's the explosions?
Trick shots.
It's the same thing as Hot Tub Time Machine, except now it's just backwards. We're backwards Hot Tub Time Machine. Like this is our level. Have you guys seen Birdman?
No.
Have you seen Birdemic?
No.
I've
Have you
heard
seen
about
the
I've heard a
John-
lot about Birdemic.
Have you
I've heard a
seen
lot
the
about
JonTron 16-minute video about Birdemic?
Have you seen Night of the Living Bread?
it. I've heard
No,
about
but I've
it.
heard about that one.
I've watched it, and it was exactly as good as you think it should be. Have you seen Plan 9 from Outer Space?
No.
It's literally the worst movie ever made.
Have you seen?
It won the award.
Have you seen?
The guy that directed it, Ed Wood, he got the award for worst director ever.
Have
They
you?
gave it to him posthumously. So
Dead
like they
now?
waited until he was dead to give it to him.
That's kind of
'Cause, like,
nice. I
Yeah,
guess.
exactly. That's kind of nice.
guess.
'Cause you get that when you're alive. It's like, wow,
Wow.
no one's ever gonna. You're
Exactly.
never gonna make anything again.
Exactly. No, he
Um,
made a lot of movies. They're all just really fucking bad.
Well, you know.
Like Plan 9 from Outer Space, the dialogue didn't make any sense. Like people, they had the prop guns that people would just like point at each other like during the scenes, like hey, like people forgot their lines and just said like random stuff. There's a bunch of stock footage of just like planes like flying around and like they're supposed to be flying saucers, but they were literally just plates that you could see the string.
yeah, I've seen it.
It's awesome.
Or I haven't seen it, but I've seen the highlights because they're awesome. This has nothing to do with bad movies anymore, but scary things. Have you guys read Night of the Living Dummy, the Goosebump book?
Of course.
I want to see.
Was
the
it not
Friggin-
the scariest
is that
fucking
Slappy?
Goosebump? Yeah.
I want to see the Goosebump movie.
Slappy
That looks
scares me.
really
I love
There were
interesting.
Slappy.
Slappy
Flag.
movies, or there were Slappy like the Goosebumps episodes with
Dude.
Slappy in
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Those
They
scenes.
were fucking
Nope,
terrifying.
those gave me nightmares.
Yeah.
As
No.
a child,
All
I shouldn't have
Goosebumps
watched
shit.
those.
Honestly, Goosebumps were not safe for children.
My uncle bought those for me.
When you get the
like
ones-
a
like,
set of
The books were
they
fine, but
horrible.
the show
Yeah, the show was messed up.
legitimately scary.
Yeah.
I remember going with a friend a small age to the video store in town. You remember it?
Mm-hmm.
They
That's
had
what
like
you
a
do. You
rack
go
of
to-
Goosebumps. And
Yeah.
he's like, let's watch some of these. And me being a 5-year-old said, yes, let's do it. And we
I
did.
like-
And we
I
were,
like
I
geese
remember
and
sitting
bumps.
there. I remember
Exactly.
sitting there crying because we were both so terrified.
That
and we
was
made
legitimately
his mom,
scary
we're like,
stuff.
take that out. We got to take it back to the store. And I didn't sleep that night. It was
That
my
was-
first all-nighter as a 5-year-old.
It was legitimately scary stuff, and I don't understand why they would do that.
No, those are
Books-
for
The
children.
books were okay.
The
but-
books, he made like teen books.
Yeah.
After that, what were they called?
I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Goosebumpier.
No, something about like
Goosebumps.
some kind of street name.
Len Kings?
Jesus
no,
Christ.
That's
That's
a street name.
as in the name of a street, not no.
Gang. I thought
20,
that's what you meant.
21 Jump Street.
Exactly. He made 21 Jump
Bloods?
Street.
Crips?
Jesus.
Stop
I'm
saying
asking
really funny things
street
so
names.
quietly.
Crips?
You
Bloods?
need to speak up. Yes, exactly.
Nords?
Nords.
That's a thing. It wasn't Sons of Anarchy.
Really?
Phenomenal show.
Mm-hmm.
There were Nords.
They were like a white supremacist.
No, they
Was it
were.
Jack.
Yeah, no.
Darby.
It was actually Jarl Bolgriff and
Yeah,
the
Yes.
companions.
Yes.
and freaking Sven.
Sven wasn't a Nord. Yeah, he was.
Yeah, he was.
Feindel wasn't a Nord. That's what I'm thinking. Sven was my first companion in that
We're getting
game
real obscure.
at your house, and I will never forget the time that I was fighting something, and he came in out of nowhere with the big steel
Oh.
warhammer and bashed it over the head. And forever since then, Sven has been in my head. Sven the Hammer,
Sven the Hammer.
like Roran from Aragon,
Inheritance.
the Inheritance Cycle,
Yeah, dude.
Dude.
which is literally he's my favorite character.
Those
in that.
books were so cool.
Did you ever read the Chaos Walking books?
Mm-mm.
Those
What
books
is that
fucked
about?
with my shit.
Is
All right.
Christopher Paolini writing books anymore?
No, but he
He's-
needs
he's
to.
writing a-
yeah,
he's
he's
getting-
reading a
he's
sci-fi,
developing
some
a
sci-fi bullshit.
series.
And
Which I think could be really good.
I need it now.
when he told me that, I was like, "That's great news. I don't give a fuck. Go back and just go back to Allegasia and keep writing."
No
about
matter how
it
good it
because-
is, I'm gonna buy it.
Oh yeah,
If it
absolutely.
gets the worst reviews ever.
Well, Chaos Walking. It's about this like other. That's like they left Earth and they went to another planet, but they're not. It's not sci-fi. I guess you could say it's not really like that, you know. And it's like a town with all men, and like no, they haven't seen a woman.
It's like
and,
Twilight Zone a little bit.
It has a Twilight Zone vibe to it, I guess you could say. And like, yeah. And basically, in this town, there's a disease on this planet they're living on where you can hear every other person's thoughts.
That's cool.
There's not a moment to yourself.
I know those books. Yeah.
And the main character's name is Todd. And he has a dog.
He has a
named
dog.
Manchi.
Yeah.
Poo Todd got a poo.
Manchi.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
And he just keeps walking. Eventually,
The
his place
Knife
where
of
there's
Never Letting
silence.
Go.
Yeah, the Knife of Never Letting Go.
Knife of Never Letting Go, The Ask and the Answer, Monsters of Men.
Right.
Those
okay.
books changed my life.
Yeah.
Because I remember
the way that book ended. The first book is the only book that's ever made me cry. I cried at school reading it. So I got to this point. I don't want to tell anybody if they're ever going to read it. You want to know? Or?
No, I wanted to make you cry actual tears on the podcast. Like,
that's not
like
gonna
going
happen.
through it again. Just like,
I can tell you if you want. Like,
No, it's
spoiler
okay.
alert. Okay, but
No.
yeah, it was tragic. I had to put the book down. Just put
I
my head.
read the first page when it's like, Poo Todd got a poo, and I was like, I can't do this.
I read the first
That's
page
what
as well.
I was like. This is so dumb. Then you keep going. It's like, wow. It's like this is really really dark. It's like a 12-year-old.
I too read the first page, and I didn't quit because of that. I just quit because I was like, okay, and then I put it down,
Yeah.
and that was the end of my life. The teachers were like, okay, you have to leave the library and go back to the classroom now. And I'm like, all right.
I only grabbed that book as the name, and I'm like, that name sounds really awesome.
well, yeah, it was a good
The
name.
Knife and Never Letting Go.
Which is really weird to me. Not the name of that, just the fact that they made me leave the library, because I feel like schools should be encouraging kids to just hang out in the library.
Get out of the library. I'm trying to learn.
Yeah, I'm trying to read books.
I had so much trouble in Central in the library just for like standing
School's
there.
so ass backwards.
Yeah,
It really is bass backwards.
Bass
That's
backwards.
good. I was thinking
I
about
like
it
that.
today, actually.
Bass backwards.
No, how like
How schools
no
fucked
for like
up and
like the standardized testing and stuff.
Mhm.
You know how we had to do like the star reading and the star math and stuff.
Yeah.
They grade you on not on how good you do on the test, but how much you improve.
yeah.
So like if you go
If
start
you're
out
already really good and you don't go up any higher because really it's not much possible for the fourth grader to be up any higher,
Yeah.
then you
Then-
don't do good.
then you're doing bad. Like so then they give you like a worse score.
Yeah.
So and then that's like the test that we have to do because like the government.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So like the government just wants people to be better at stuff generally. They don't want them to be like the best. You know what I mean? Like you get
Yeah.
you get points taken away. Yeah, and it's just so ass backwards.
Fucking hate those things.
Serious talk.
Fucking government. Goddamn
Yeah.
shitty education system.
Strive to be the best, and all the Chinese won't come and.
For 18 years.
Dude, wasn't there something on Reddit like most? I don't want to say most, but Chinese families are sending their children over on like fake transcripts, and they're like paying other kids to like do their rich child's homework. So the child like you just go to America, just so you can get an
Get out
American,
of
a really good
just get an
job.
American education. And just
I
like
guess, yeah.
I guess that could happen.
I
Anyway.
think I've read about that somewhere.
I don't know.
I saw it on Reddit. I'm pretty
Couldn't
sure.
care less about China. No, I'm just kidding.
You're right. Neither could they.
But for the first 18 years of our lives, they teach us to sit down and raise our hands and shut up.
It's
And then they
19
ask
years.
us, "What do you want to do for the rest of your life?" And I just
No one ever taught me how to do my taxes. Shouldn't that be
there's
I know how.
literally an entire class that we all have to take.
That is
before we
literally
graduate.
Yeah,
the
but it's
most
still-
useful class I've ever had in my
They,
whole entire
they,
life.
they tell you how to do a W-2. That's it.
Yep, you're right.
They taught us a
That's
few
not
forms.
that's not enough.
They taught us a W-2 and whatever the form.
That's still not enough. There's
Thank
so many.
God
There's
my
so
dad
many
owned
more
a business, so
I
kinda
forms
know
you.
those.
I know.
My mom knows how to do all that stuff too, so I just asked them and they
Yeah.
helped me.
They also
Exactly.
never teach you like
I feel like the government should be telling you how to pay the government.
yeah.
Like that should be a thing.
And then they have the audacity to get pissed off at me when I don't pay them.
It's like, I don't know what I'm fucking doing. I'm 18. Like, Jesus.
No, I do pay all my taxes.
I pay my
I also.
I try to pay all
I
my
just said I
taxes.
also.
They took $100, $93 off my last paycheck.
I do.
Taxes.
They took like that. They took about 200 off my
Taxes is fucking.
It pisses me off.
It pisses me off, but I would like if I got.
Taxes really don't piss me off.
They don't piss me off because I understand they
I
they
understand,
go
but it's
towards.
like-
But see, I don't think they go towards the right things because
Yeah.
one of the missiles that we fire over in wherever the fuck Middle East costs like $12 million.
Wherever the fuck Middle East. That's a beautiful
$12
country.
million.
That's
No.
their
Some
money.
bullshit like that.
Did you know?
I don't actually know.
You know
if
how much
that's a
they
fact.
spend on like military spending? Like that's like a big
Yeah,
chunk of.
all of it.
But like the military doesn't need all the stuff, so most of the money goes to like equipment
Mhm.
and weapons and like surveillance stuff that they don't even use. That just like
Yeah,
sits
that
in
they don't
warehouses
need
that they like
anymore.
give to like the
Just in case,
militias. You know what I
yeah.
mean? Like that they give to like local police now, like
Mhm.
those big tanks and stuff, because like they make too many of
They're
them.
like, we got nothing better to do,
Yeah, exactly.
so we're going to take the money and make, as opposed
But-
to improving like the highway infrastructure.
But what they
and
what they tell the
schools.
officers to do is so that they'll keep getting the budget. Like because if they ask for less money, they'll be like, well then you don't need that. So
Yeah.
that they just
Yeah,
keep
we've
like
talked
ask
about this
ask
before.
for as much stuff as you can, so
Yeah.
that they keep
so that
having
we can
to give
keep
us more.
making it.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Fucking governments. We probably shouldn't say that.
I mean,
We're on a list now.
That's okay.
it's fine.
I watched Going Clear, which is the Scientology documentary.
Ah, yeah, you sent
you
me,
said something
you
about
sent me a Snapchat. You were like, Scientology.
It creeped me out.
Was that today?
No, it was
Is it
2 days ago
something like that.
that I
Let
watched.
me ask.
the
I'm gonna
documentary.
ask you because you're kind of an expert on it out of all of us.
On Scientology.
Isn't
I know a little bit now.
you know more than I do? I'm gonna ask. I'm gonna give you what I think it is. Just let me finish.
Okay,
And then
okay.
you tell me what's wrong. It was started by a man named Ron.
I think
Right? His name's something like that.
I thought it was L. Ron. L. Ron, isn't it like L?
Elrond?
L. Ron Hubbard. Like
He was a science fiction writer, correct?
yes.
Basically, his belief was that we're aliens, not aliens, but we're on this planet, and someday the spaceship's going to come back and take a select few back to the home planet. Is that correct?
I think basically.
Generally, like I don't know specifics. I only know this because of a brilliant man named William Burr, who's a comedian. I think that's his full name.
Yeah,
I like to
okay.
think so.
Did
William
they not
Burr.
just name him Bill?
Bill?
I just
They could have.
assumed that his name was
I
just
just
Bill.
like to think
William
William
Burr.
Burr.
I like William Burr.
So do I.
Yeah, I like William Burr, but or William Farrell. I think it's funny. I wish that's what you put on titles, like William Farrell. Anyway, so that's basically what it is. Right.
So, okay, well, basically what Scientology. Yeah, he was
With Tom Cruise. Sorry,
with Tom Cruise is the most important part.
I like Tom Cruise.
He was a big part of the
Does he
documentary.
legitimately believe that, or is he just
He
saying
strapped
it?
himself to the
Dude.
side of a plane.
I know.
Was he
that.
in it?
And he was in the documentary.
not gonna
he
watch
wasn't.
the
He wasn't interviewed in the documentary, but like
He was in it.
a bunch of footage of him being at
I'm not gonna
Scientology.
watch the documentary.
It's worth a
will.
watch.
I'm not.
It's good television.
So
like
tomorrow-
it's made really well.
Tomorrow when I
I'm
get
sure
off
it
work at
is.
7 o'clock, if I sit down and watch it after I watch True Detective season finale, it'll be worth watching.
Yes, it will definitely be worth the
Maybe
watch.
I'll watch it Wednesday when I have a
Because-
clear
I'm
head.
probably not gonna watch
It's insane.
I love insane things.
That's what it is. It's just straight up insane. Like, have you ever seen the Book of Mormon?
Nope.
The
Like South Park?
musical?
Yeah.
it. Nope.
Like all how everything they say in that is like it's crazy and funny, but it's true.
Yeah. Josh Gad.
With Going Clear, they just say it's crazy and it's true, and they just leave out the funny and put disturbing instead because it was disturbing. Scientology
My
stuff.
mom said it was really, really weird.
The
Like,
crazy,
it made her uncomfortable.
the crazy stuff that they did. So,
I'm not one of them, so I couldn't care less what they do.
I don't
But they
either.
like
Are they sacrificing
they like
humans?
brainwash people and they indoctrinate them. Like
Well, they're
I
not-
heard,
they didn't
like-
brainwash me. Though.
no, they didn't brainwash you. But now that we're talking about it, you might get an email
I'm not
It's
gonna
not
from,
gonna respond to
from the
that email.
Scientologist and be like, "Hey, man,
You got a
you want
problem?
to know about Scientology? No, they won't ask you if you have a problem yet. They'll wait until you pay them a couple $1,000s,
Mhm.
and then like, hey, you got a problem? We have all this dirt on you because that's what you told us in your auditing sessions, your crazy therapy. It's crazy.
I was reading about.
I do know
this
that
actress.
Scientologists put like crazy pressure on corporations and people that like they're like we'll sue the fuck out of you. And shit
Yeah,
like
dude,
that.
because they're
I was reading about an actress who was trying to get out, and like it took her years to find like a loophole through them to just get away from it. Like that's fucking terrifying.
I could tell you all about it right now.
It's almost like
but
an oppressive
I don't
government.
Yeah.
I kind of want to go in and watch and just like be like, holy shit! Like I just need to
the
be like.
gist of it is L. Ron Hubbard, Elrond.
From
From
his name is just wrong.
Lord of the Rings, around
Elrond, yes, Hubbard.
the high elf.
He couldn't make it as a sci-fi writer,
So he
he
became-
took his sci-fi writings and he was just like, well, this is
my religion.
Yeah,
now.
exactly. Just pay me some money so that you come and do an auditing session, which is basically like therapy. You go to therapy pretty much, but you pay a lot of money for it. And then they're like, oh, you're saved, and now you get to keep. It's basically about like keeping climbing up, because once you get high enough in Scientology, then you
Then you get in the
then
spaceship.
yeah, then you get in the spaceship exactly. But you have to pay your way up into the spaceship pretty much. And if you try to leave when you find out what's at the end of the spaceship, what's at the top, because
They
it's crazy.
kill you. That's not
Yeah,
true.
if you-
They just
if you
put
try to
you so
leave-
much
yeah.
debt that you kill yourself.
No, they just say, "Oh, we recorded every single one of the things you said when you were confessing to us, all the terrible things you've done. So if you ever leave, we're gonna tell everyone." Or they'll just harass you. Like they sent guys to like stalk
Yeah.
people.
Mm-hmm.
They call them squirrel busters, and they called the people squirrels. They would it's crazy. That's enough of that.
This is just me. I'm not a religious man, but I can wrap my head around basically all religions except Scientology.
See,
Because it's not
like,
a religion. It's
Buddhism,
just,
I can like
it's
wrap my head
just
around it. Like,
sci-fi
Yeah.
that people took a little too seriously.
yeah. So Tom Cruise 100% believes this.
Tom Cruise, basically he like paid because someone was like, "Hey, you should come like check out this place," and so he paid for some of the auditing sessions, and it made him feel better because that's what therapy does. Like when you go to
Yeah.
therapy, you feel better, and they guys in the interview said they literally orchestrated like breakups with his like co-stars
So that he would keep getting therapy.
They literally cut him off. Like he stopped talking to everyone that wasn't involved in Scientology, and they surrounded Tom Cruise in like a bubble of like wherever he went, like they're like, you better be smiling. Like you make Tom think everyone's having a good time because you know what I mean. They like controlled him crazily. Like he would go to like yearly Scientology like yacht parties or whatever, and the whole thing would just be a party for him. And they would like film it and they'd show it to people. They'd get videos of him like going around and talking to the Pope and stuff, or like just like big
the Pope,
just like big like people like
Tom Cruise,
like meeting the president or whatever. They're like, that's Scientology. Tom Cruise meeting the president.
Did he meet the Pope though?
I don't know.
Cool
I don't think the Pope would want to talk to a Scientologist.
How do you think Scientologists feel about?
I feel like the Pope would try and save him.
But yeah, they like brainwashed Tom Cruise, and he's kind of trying to get away from it now because his daughter's like, "Dad, I miss you," and he's like,
"Yeah, but you're
not a Scientologist." One woman said she left the Church of Scientology, and her daughter was in the Church of Scientology, and when she did, her daughter was like, "I have to disconnect from you," which is what they told people, like, you need to disconnect from this person. Then they literally never talked to them again. So like her daughter said that to her, and she hasn't seen her in like 4 years or heard from her, like at all, like complete radio silence. Scientology.
What I think is weird about it is that when I think of a religion or a religious figure, I think of like thousands of years ago, a person who was Ron was alive. Like he's got a social security number. Like,
yeah. And the FBI tried to like stop them, but they couldn't do it because they're like, we're a
religion. Yeah. We don't have to pay taxes.
To me,
how big does a religion have to be before they can get exempt from taxes?
Probably pretty large.
Probably big enough, you know.
Like it has to be acknowledged by the.
What do you think? What do you think is the smallest religion that gets tax breaks?
I know in the UK, Jedi does.
Jedi? Yeah, you can get tax breaks for being a Jedi. Mm-hmm. If you go to Jedi,
I think
Jedi class.
I don't know if you can get tax breaks for it. I just know that that there are enough people put it on the census form that they consider it an official religion.
That's awesome. I'm a Jedi. Just want one in balance.
Actually, I've read like the Jedi like the code thing. I feel that, you know. I mean, I can
get peace with the universe.
Yeah.
Another really fucked up thing about
I feel those good vibes.
When I think religion, because I don't act like, but I truly respect all forms of religion except Scientology.
I don't.
Like I can't respect Scientology. I just can't. But like to me, religion is that place where you go and you're just like, this is like my connection with God or whatever the fuck it is you believe to me. You know what I mean? Like it's like, oh, it sounds stupid. It's a holy thing for you. Like, you know, it's like.
I think we should just get back to the Norse religions.
Yeah, Thor.
All over the world.
Let everyone go to Valhalla and kill each other forever.
Why not? Great.
Have you seen like the paintings of like them like putting like legs back on?
That's so crazy. I love those.
Yeah, dude.
I'm going to Norway.
No,
I almost said Norwegian.
That's where I want to go to Norwegia.
Norwegia.
Then we go to Amsterdam.
Or Swedway.
And live there for a few years. And we get crazy.
I like playing as the Norwegians or the Swedish.
The Swedish.
And
the Swedish.
In Crusader Kings, and they have a fun area. Paganism and all that.
Where do you start up in Norway, like up that way?
Yeah.
I don't want to play that game because I'm not enough time to invest into learning.
It's kind of fun to sit there for like. Well, I learned in what?
A night,
maybe 2.
See, it's too much work. I tried a couple times.
It was worth it.
It is a really fun game. Gay Satan.
Have I told you that story?
He was Gay Satan and I was a retard.
I was playing. Yeah, that was horrible.
It was awesome.
It was hilarious.
You guys can say it though.
I think we already did. I think we recorded it. I just never.
Yeah, we did. We recorded like a 5-minute.
Right after it happened.
We can talk about it now though. And then we know.
Okay.
You start.
It was my 4th son, my 4th character in the line. I had conquered all of Ireland, most of Scotland, and it was King Colin the second because the naming got fucked up.
2 times 2, got it.
It was supposed to be the 4th, but the naming got all fucked up. And his military score, his martial score was like a 36 or something, really good like that. And then he was in his first battle as the king, like I had just become the king, and all the land that I owned in Scotland went to his younger brother, King Starlord. Because I was running out of names. Who was like 5, and I was like, I need all of Scotland back, or most of Scotland back, so I declared war. And in the first battle, he got clocked in the head and was made incapable. and he was literally like
Pants on head.
pants on head, water on the brain. He had to lay in bed all day and he had to have a regent rule for him, and so I couldn't do anything. And he was late 20s, early 30s.
Still like a potato?
Yeah, until he died. And he lived to be like 60, 70 years old or something.
And that's
like that.
when the Middle Ages began the progressive euthanasia movement.
There's when you play Crusader Kings, you've seen it.
That's why now in Europe you can off yourself when you have a disease.
Every time
because of King Colin the Second.
Every time one of those bubbles pops up with words, you just zone in. And you know how bad it is when someone just doesn't talk for a good minute. There's just radio silence from over there. Like, my first character, King Luke, I got pretty close to taking over all of Ireland. I was doing good. Like, I was like 40. At one point, my marshal was like 30-something, which is pretty good. I had a son. When my son's about like 18, right when you give him his jobs and everything, you know, he's an adult. He's my heir.
Yes?
He becomes, the voice of Satan starts to speak to him.
Really? Like it says the voice of Satan is speaking?
Yeah. Like, that's essentially. And he's my heir, so I'm like, I'm a little nervous. I'm gonna go in open-minded. And I go in, and I become him. Then I became the king of Ireland. And I'm going good.
So
I had four wives. I had four wives because they kept dying, and I married a pagan. And I'm a Satanist. I'm a Satanist.
You're a Satanist, and all your wives keep dying. See, people,
and at
this point, the public is going to be like,
all my scores are really high. Like my marshal's like almost 60, which is impeccable.
It's almost 66.
For some
666.
I wish.
For some weird ass reason, even though he was a Satanist and he was married to a pagan. A pagan witch.
The Pope loved
For some reason, he kept getting this stat that said Jesus gives martial advice, and it gave you a plus 20 to your martial. And I'm like, why does Jesus keep giving you tips on how to fight? You Satanist.
And then, and out of nowhere, like it literally came out of nowhere. I was probably like 40, my character, and I had no heir. I didn't have a child. It was it was my young brother Caesar. He was like my heir because I raised him. A man snuck into my room at night and seduced me.
And he
because I'm a Satanist.
Liked it enough
I'm a homosexual
to straight up turn gay.
My wife still loved me. I hated her. And then
you like dudes.
It's like a Cinderella story. You start out loving
everyone
Satan.
hated me.
That's why they say now that, you know,
it was really
gay
fun.
people go to hell.
It happened like within minutes of each other too. Like he's retarded, I'm like, you know, like I'm gay. So I became Lucas, the cruel gay Satanist.
And I was King Colin the second, the retard.
It's so great.
Isn't that magnificent?
Actually, I think it was King Colin the second, the just, the retard. That wasn't part of his title. I just put that one.
My dude was a sociopath.
Yeah, he's a Satanist.
Well, to me, I'm like, you know, I'm a Satanist. I'm going to live up to the name. Like, I'm a Satanist. I might as well be like a cruel
If this guy wasn't, he would have lived up to the name anyway.
No, usually I'm pretty good. Like, my first character was King Lucas the Just, and King Lucas the Second. The cruel.
Right. So we're coming up on an hour now.
Oh boy.
Do we want to call it? Because it's an hour and a half with the other half.
That's true.
So do we want to call it? It's also almost 11.
We good work, boys.
Hey, good work. Good second episode.
How do you end this thing? And we're done.
Bye.